So, speaking to my 91-year-old mother who's back in Ohio and I'm down here in Florida, and she said, "If you're happy, I'm happy." And I was like, a light bulb went off over my head, and it made total sense. The secret of happiness. What is that? What is that secret? And I think I finally figured it out. Of course, this is going to be different for everybody, but I think for me, the more I think about it, it's about others and not about us. I think so many people worry about, how am I going to be happy? What do I have to do? What do I need? And that's important, to take care of yourself. But I think the secret to happiness is how you can help others. And I'm not talking about people who just want to use you and take advantage of you, but the things that you could do as a person to make someone else's life just a little bit better. It could be something as simple as a smile, opening a door, telling the person, "Have a nice day. How are you doing? How are you feeling today? How are the kids?" Simple things like that. "Can I help you with something?" Lending an ear. Sometimes people just want to tell you their problems, but they really don't want your advice. They just want to talk and get it off their chest. So just listening. And then you'd be amazed how you feel yourself. And you're like, "Oh, I feel good about that I was able to help that other person, because now that other person is happy. And you had something to do with their happiness, for the moment." Now, I'm not saying that we're all going to be happy 24/7. This is life. Life has some crappy days and crappy months and years. Horrible things happen to people every day. And I think it's just human to be not happy sometimes and be sad about things. And it could last a little while. But I think you can't just dwell on something, no matter what it is, for too long. And I think how we perceive our lives and the things around us have a lot to do with happiness. My father, unfortunately, is no longer with us, but he was pretty much always happy. And I think it had to do with how he perceived things. He wasn't wealthy. He had 8 kids, worked double and triple shifts, and we weren't angels. We were good kids, but not angels. And so some people could say, "Oh, I got these darn kids causing me trouble," or "I gotta work this stinking job." Trust me, my dad was a longshoreman, and he was digging, shoveling coal. This was back in the 60s, 70s, well, probably before then, before I was even born, back in the 50s. And like I said, he was also at Normandy Beach, World War II. He was a police officer. He was in Korean War. And I know it's a conflict, supposedly, or a police action. Dad said it was a war from what he saw, so that's why I always say Korean War, if you ever see my other videos. But he always had this positive attitude about everything. I lost my brother. He was 32 years old. He was the firstborn son. Yeah, my parents cried and had a really difficult time. We all did. But he moved forward. He was thinking what was good and what did he have, and he still had his 7 children. He knew that he enjoyed the years with my brother, and he knew what we did have. And that's the other thing. I think we need to focus on what is good in our lives. We could all focus on what's bad. Our health, broke, someone left you, someone died, lost a job, you hate where you live. I mean, you can go on and on about what you don't like about your life. But I think if you think about the things that you do have that's good, and try, and sometimes it's difficult because, especially if you're in the mindset of the negative side of things, it's hard to change your mind. It's practice. As I've always said, everything takes practice. Even something like how you perceive things in your life. So we need to think about, what do we have? Do you have someone that loves you? Do you love somebody? If you don't, there's plenty of things you can do to change these things. There are so many people who need somebody, just as a friend, someone to listen to. There's nursing homes full of people who don't have kids visiting them, they're alone, they're so alone, or just elderly in the neighborhood who would love to play cards once a week and they really look forward to something like that, or taking them out to lunch. But like I said, say you can't afford it, say you're broken, that's one of the things that's bothering you. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt for you to do something nice for somebody, and you'll feel richer than any amount of money that can, that you can ever have. So I think that's the secret of happiness, is finding things that you could do for others that can help you, and yes, how to improve your life. If you don't like your life, you can change it. It's not easy. Heck no, it's not easy. It's probably the most difficult thing you could probably ever do, changing a lifestyle. If you're in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in the suburbs and that's not where you want to be, then only you can change it. Of course, if you're married and have kids, you're going to have to figure out, how am I going to do this with the family on board? You're going to have to do research. You're going to have to do some convincing. Sometimes you have to give up things to have something else in your life. Sometimes we can't have it all at once. Sometimes we can have it all, but maybe at different times in our life. So you can have different lifestyles in your lifetime. And I know I have country living to apartment living to living in the suburbs to traveling, and I'll continue to change. I hope this channel can hopefully inspire some of you to do what it is that you want to do, following your passion and your dreams and your goals, and not letting anyone tell you that you can't. You can meet some wonderful people along your way in this life, following your passions, such as music and art, or if you're a writer, or whatever it is that you're passionate about, making YouTube videos. Some of your family would be like, you're just crazy, what the heck are you doing? But it makes you happy. You just need to do it. And I'm not talking about making those people happy. That's not going to make you happy. So when I say do things for others, I don't mean changing your lifestyle to fit someone else's lifestyle or how they want you to live. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about doing nice things in every day, even tiny little things, and that really helps how you feel about yourself and living the lifestyle that you want to live, not someone else's dream or goal. It's yours. And if you have a family, you have to figure out how to compromise. That's what family is about. And I'm talking about if you're have a partner, or you're married, or you have kids, that you have to work out. And sometimes you have to postpone certain things, but you can always plan for whatever it is that you want to do in life. And if you look at things with a more positive way of thinking, things will be better for you. You will feel better about yourself and life in itself, and be happier. Now, I don't know all the answers to secret to happiness. We all have different answers. I'd like to invite you to comment below and tell me what you think the secret of happiness is. And I'm sure we all have different answers, but this is what I've found for me, and I think my mother made it very clear when she said, if you're happy, I'm happy. And she's just an amazing woman, and I wish she lived closer so I can record her and interview her more often, because you all would love her. She's just a wise woman, full of just knowledge that would be wonderful to share with the world. It doesn't take much to make me happy. I don't need things or money or any of that. I just want a happy, healthy family. And I tell you, keeping it simple is also the other answer of happiness. Keep it simple. It doesn't mean that you can't have, riches and wealth and all that, because the more you have, the more you can give financially. But if you don't ever become financially wealthy, you still have your time that you could share with others. I'm sure I will learn more what the secret of happiness is or might be as I get older, but this is what I know so far, so I thought I'd share with you. Don't forget to comment below. Well, thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.